Okay, it's been a long time since I've done a YouTube video, since I've done a video, but I refuse. I said I just refuse to go any further and not do a video. So there's been a lot on my mind, and I've been trying to do it perfect. And I just got a word. Something that I heard. It said, another video actually, a person said that done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. So that's what I'm gonna do today, is I'm just gonna get this done. Okay, so what's been on my mind is Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish. I have kind of been upset a little bit, I guess, that she didn't get the nod for the Ellen show. I knew that she was qualified. Actually, I thought she was a shoo-in because she had done the show in the past. And I'm going to tell you why I am disappointed about Tiffany not getting the position for the Ellen show. Tiffany's unique, and what I talk about on my channel is really the homeless crisis. A lot of people don't know that I try to promote awareness about homelessness. I try to promote awareness because people have this perception that homelessness is just consists of people who are on drugs, alcohol addicted, addicted to drugs, alcoholics, schizophrenics, and all that's true. But it's much broader than that, much broader than that. And Tiffany represents what you would call, I say a lot of adults were once homeless youth. Homeless youth are part of the problem of homelessness. A large part of the homeless population consists of people who were formerly homeless youth, specifically foster care children, people who were in the foster care system. They don't have stability during their childhood, and at 18 they're expected to just go out on their own and live healthy, functional lives, including having a house, and it just doesn't happen. So that is one of the systemic issues of homelessness. And what I like about Tiffany Haddish is that she doesn't mince words. She doesn't try to cover it up. A lot of people try to cover it up. I had this problem, I had that problem. She lets you know that she was homeless. The word that people cringe about. We've got the Black Lives Matter movement. We've got all these movements. Homelessness doesn't even get a mention. Homelessness is this big crisis, but nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to even, and I'm talking about people from all walks of life. People who you would think would know how to engage with every crisis in the world, but they don't even want to say the word homelessness. But Tiffany says it, and she talks about her struggle through foster care. She talks about the whole fact that she did have to live in her car, that she did have to couch surf, and that she was homeless. She says that I was homeless, and she'll say in her conversations, I don't want to go back to being homeless. And few people, I don't think, understand where she's coming from. So that's one reason I applaud her. I applaud her so much for her being outspoken on this crisis when few people are. People either supporting it or who have been through it. A lot of people won't let you know because they feel it's stigmatizing. They feel it's so stigmatizing to have gone through that. So I applaud her on that level. But I'm wondering why she did not get the final. Why didn't she get the nod for the Ellen show? And I think it could be because she is so outspoken about it. The media has its favorites. It's things that it likes. It can take gay now because it has been legal precedents have been set for it. Black Lives Matter. Legal precedents have been set for African Americans in terms of desegregation, in terms of, let's go back to slavery and desegregation. So that's something that is legal, and people, get on the bandwagon, say they support it, whether they do or not. Homelessness hasn't reached that level yet. Homelessness is still something that people barely discuss. They barely admit that it exists. And Tiffany, like I said, is outspoken. She's like, yes. And even when she was on the Ellen Show before, she talked about some of the realities of going through homelessness as a foster, after having been a foster child, and how she got passed over for parts. Even when she was in the struggle. I think they start with a W. I'm not going to say it now because I may mess up the name. Wayans, maybe? The Wayans? She called them out. She said, why didn't I get a part?
So this is something I've been wanting to bring up. But this is what I want to know. I have auditioned for so many of your movies. Why do I never get cast? You even made a role. Said Tiffany Haddish type. I auditioned for myself. I auditioned to play me.
And for her to be that authentic, I think that may have kind of rubbed some of the decision makers the wrong way, because we're not ready to talk about homelessness yet. When it comes to the point where people are outspoken about it, start being outspoken, then it's going to be a whole different ball game. You get hired just because you were homeless, or just because you thought you were homeless. That's how they go overboard. But right now, people just don't want to talk about it. And she is very willing to discuss it, and it's helping a lot of people. She's helping a lot of people. She's being a role model for a lot of people who are going through foster care. Lots and lots of people. It's an epidemic, a hidden epidemic that people don't recognize. But, I lost my own housing after having taught in a school district for 10 years. They laid off 4,000 teachers. That was the best thing that happened to me, because that's when I saw the realities of homelessness and what feeds into it, such as the foster care crisis. Kids who go through foster care and have no stability and no chance to get a foundation, and they're put out at 18, expected to make it on their own. So I applaud Tiffany for who she is, what she's doing, her genius in having overcome the homeless crisis, her ability to share that. I'm reading her book right now, and it's giving me so much insight into her life and into how so many people have to live and struggle. And for her to tell her stories just speaks volumes. And it's going to inspire some people to get ahead. I mean, you need to tell your story when you go through it, so other people, when they go through it, can know, oh, if you can do it, I can do it. That's how I say when I had to sleep in my car. There were times when I just thought about, I said, Tyler Perry. I didn't even know that much about. I said, there's this guy named Tyler Perry that slept in his car. And that was some of my darkest days. I didn't think I could even get through. But, you've got people who tell their stories, and it's so important. It's so crucial. So, although Tiffany didn't get the nod for this, I feel that, it's not over. There are good things coming for her. I still would like to see her have a talk show of her own. And just keep up the good work that she's doing, just telling her story. So that's pretty much all I have to do today. I got it done. And let me tell you something before I go. I tried this video at home. I started it about maybe a week ago, maybe not that long ago. And a fly got in the video. Something just didn't want me to do this video. A fly got and was swirling around, so I stopped it. I shouldn't have stopped it, because you got to push through. But at least I'm getting this video done, and I hope if you haven't subscribed to me that you will do that. And you know how YouTube goes. If you like it, then give it a like, and that you will share my video with other people, and let it be known that somebody is talking about the homeless crisis. If you think nobody is, that's wrong, because there are people. I'm speaking up about my experience. I plan to speak up, and I plan to shed all the awareness that I can about this crisis. So until next time, this has been Let's Talk, and I will talk to you soon.